you cool, I'm cool, you cool, I'm cool, you cool, I'm cool, we coolin' out. You cool, I'm cool, you cool, I'm cool, you cool, I'm cool, we coolin' out.
Yo, everybody, welcome back. It's Coolin Out.
It's Kev.
And it is Rel. Woo! Last episode of the decade. I'm about to say the year. It's the
Yeah,
last episode of the decade.
that's nuts.
I still ain't washed. I'm out here in these streets. Not yet.
I'm semi. I'm pulling half shifts now.
You've been on vacation, man.
Life
Life is good.
A lot of traveling though. A lot of time on the road. It's like I'm on a tour.
Oh yeah, traveling is exhausting. How long is that drive?
I mean, it's 6 hours and a half total, but we did it in like 4 and then 2. And
Broke it
then,
up. Yeah, that's smart.
yeah, but a lot of time on the road. So, like, I got back yesterday and like I was home today, and this felt like a rest day.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So,
what you doing for New Year's?
Nothing official right now. It's looking like
Gotcha.
grab dinner and probably just bar hop. There's a couple fancy bars around here, so you know.
Oh shit! He dropped the F-bomb. You just get a promotion and start dropping the F-bomb.
Nah.
Couple of fancy bars around here. Oh.
1 or 2. I mean, it is New Year's Eve, so yeah, just low key, unless something random hit my line. But yeah, man.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. I gotta work tomorrow for a little. Well, for a long while. But depending on what time I get off, I'll see if there's something open. Like because we live like right in downtown, but like all the bars that are like in our vicinity it would be like the equivalent of us living in Midtown. Like everyone wants like $75, $100. I'm not paying that down here. Yeah. I'm good, beloved.
I hear you.
Yeah. I'll go to Target, get me a bottle of Andre.
No, don't.
Why?
I was at a ugly sweater party like last week or so, and they had mixed cocktails, and one of them tastes like blah 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 and some champagne. So I'm like, yeah, give me that one. The next day, and I didn't even have that much. The next day, my head. Then I found out it was Andre, and I've had a prior run-in or two in my travels because it's so cheap with sugar in it. It's like $5, so it's yeah, man. Just get some Prosecco or Cava, man. Don't do it to yourself.
It's $3.50 here. I was gonna cop it. I was in Target this past weekend, and I was like, oh, all right. But
you're a better man than me, though.
You right. No. I spend the extra $3.50 and cop a $7 bottle.
Now, historically, you could take on a more offensive burden than me, so maybe it's just me.
I used to. I'm trying to ease into retirement. I'm trying to be out here year 17 Braun.
That's just my warning, but do you, man?
All right. Well, I'll cop some kind of champagne Prosecco somewhere along those lines.
Yeah,
a little bit of bubs. There's a fireworks show like 5 minutes from us within walking distance, so I might fill up a container, take a walk down there, stroll on over there.
See, that's nice because where we are probably gonna have to have a screen projector or something. I would assume. When I have in mind that no covers.
You still get to hop at the bars. Yeah. Oh,
no
covers. No covers around you? You sure?
I mean, the areas we target and they already advertise no covers. You got me messed up.
Damn, yo.
I have some Saudi prints.
I miss Brooklyn. Jesus.
Yeah. Nah, trust me, the drinks are gonna be expensive enough. Bubbly. Yeah, they overcharging bubbly. Whew.
Oh, they about to be hitting you with like
$55 bottles you could get for like $20. They going, yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say you might as well buy a whole bottle by the time you do it glass by glass.
You don't know my household, huh?
I'm just.
You know,
Well, I'm sure by the time you guys get outside, you guys gonna be litty anyway. So,
I mean, hey, maybe, you know,
and that ain't never stopped anyone. So,
may-
and your mom, you be like, I know I should stop, but nah.
It's New Year's Eve.
Yeah. Oh man. Let's
It
jump
feels
into
crazy. At least it's a half week.
what does.
The work, you know, I'm not gonna say nothing. You've been working. I haven't.
When do
Sorry,
you go back to
continue.
work?
Thursday.
Yeah, I don't want to hear your complaints
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah. I'm not. Yeah, I caught myself.
It's crazy. I got up this morning and maybe like a quarter of the people I normally see outside walking. There was no one outside.
Mm-hmm.
Like no one was going to work, and I just felt so sad. I saw people walking their dogs and shit, and I'm like, this is depressing. I should not be going to work.
Brooklyn as well. I hear you. We got back into
Mm-mm-mm.
town yesterday. The streets was dead.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
one's here.
it's the best.
Mm, yeah, I'm asleep. I'm a. No, I gotta do work. Forget it. I don't want to talk about it. It's make me sad.
All right, man.
I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get lit New Year's Eve and then sleep in New Year's Day, but I probably have to do some work that day.
Mm.
Such is life. What a way to ring in the year. Anyway, um,
On a brighter note,
let's get into the Christmas games. Well, not really the Christmas
I,
games, just one game and our
and
observations from that Lakers Clippers
not a brighter
LA
note.
rivalry.
Not a
Huh?
brighter note. I said on a brighter note, but then we transition to this. So no, not a brighter
Yeah,
note.
this
No.
ain't really a brighter note. I wanted to keep the energy dark and gloomy for a little while.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's fine.
Uh,
Um,
so where do you want to start? I mean, I guess I'll give people the recap of the game. Um,
if you could have seen our
ugh,
Texas,
oh, sorry.
if you could have seen our Texas, whew,
So everyone that knows us knows, like, hands down, we think Braun the GOAT. Like,
happy birthday, Braun.
not many. Oh, we recording this on Braun's birthday. Jeez, hate to do it to him, but
I do.
what I saw on Christmas Day against Kawhi, he looked like he already had turned 35.
Yeah, it could make a
More like
grown man
37.
cry.
Yeah,
I agree.
it didn't look pretty. It didn't look pretty. Kawhi essentially was like putting the clamps on him. Had Braun forcing up threes, and I think he shot 2 for 12 that night
Mm-hmm.
from three. And you could just tell it was like just forcing up shots, just forcing up threes.
Yep, 2 for
And on the
12.
other, yeah, and on
2
the
for 12,
and
9 for 24 from the
jeez,
field.
and on the other
Mm-hmm.
hand, Kawhi just coming down scoring with at ease, like it
Yeah, I
was
don't know.
nothing.
Yeah. So I
Like
know.
it was
Go ahead.
nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Scoring like it was nothing. And if it wasn't for Kyle Kuzma putting up 15 points in the first quarter, that game would have got out of hand.
Yeah, shout out to Kuz.
It
He
took
came in
Kuz.
his Jamaican getup and he went off.
Yo. Oh my God. That man's came out dressed like straight
I
from
don't
the
know where he was
island.
going. Yeah. Yeah, 'cause,
Anyway,
mm-mm.
I don't know who dressed that man, but he came out balling.
Mm-hmm.
Braun just looked, I'm trying to find the words, timid. I wish I can go back through our text message. We text too damn much. But like Braun looked timid. He looked passive, and it's crazy because every other team that he's played so far this year, outside of the Bucks, whenever he plays Kawhi and Giannis, is when he just looks timid. And it looks like they just like suck the life out of him, like as if he doesn't even want to compete. It's scary. Like it was like a realization for both of us. We were just texting each other back and forth, like, "Yo, what the hell is wrong with Braun?" Like, it's sad.
No, no, yeah. Yeah, like some of the texts, I don't know what it is. Like he brings out the
Mm-hmm.
best in Kawhi, but
Mm-hmm.
Kawhi brings out this season. I'm not gonna say historically, but this season so far,
This season,
he just gets he becomes nothing but a playmaker.
yo, a role player. Like
Yeah, yeah. He
he
ain't shown till
he
the
comes
fourth
down,
quarter.
but oh God, his stats were like Rondo in his prime type stats, and that's what he turns into.
Mm-hmm.
except that he's more willing to jack up threes. But then I forgot which show was I watching because it wasn't First Take because they were off for a while. But it was some like
Undisputed?
it was probably Get Up. I think it was. I think it was
Okay.
Get Up. I listened to it in the morning when I was getting ready, and I can't remember the analyst that was talking. It was someone that was unimportant and that was trying to make a name for themselves. But they were saying that Braun couldn't get to his spots, and that's why he was shooting so many threes.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like the only valid point this person made. Because remember we were texting and we were talking about how like 2 years ago we started seeing like age and attrition kick in with Chris Paul and a
Yeah.
lot of that parallel dribbling.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying
Mm-hmm.
that's what I was seeing from Braun. Like, and I think the reason why he ended up settling for so many threes, shooting, jacking up 12, is because he probably realized he couldn't get around Kawhi. And then when Kawhi would take a break, he couldn't get around Paul George. So instead of him just
Yeah.
parallel dribbling, he would just like shoot threes. But it's not even just Kawhi, Paul George. There were times where they would him and AD would do the pick and roll, and then he would have AD would set a screen for him. He would have Zubac on him, and he would like do like a hezzy, like he was trying to get around him, and then nothing. Then he was forced to do that look away 3-pointer.
Yeah, where where he's
Yeah,
kind of backing up. Yeah,
yeah. Then he just like
he kind of leaning back. Yeah, I don't.
yeah, he like looking at the floor. He must practice those because he ain't looking at the rim until he jacks it up.
Yeah, if you look at his form and his efficiency, they don't match. But God bless him.
But yeah, so like when he has like Zubac and like other, I would say traditionally slow, unathletic players that he would feast on, it's coming few and far in between. So I'm hoping that maybe he's like just trying to let Kawhi have the regular season and let people talk, and he'll come up strong in the end. That's all I can hope for. Well, that plus that somebody else knocks out the Clippers because it ain't looking good for the Lakers.
I definitely prayed for the same thing. I'm not proud of it, but I did. You don't think his groin was hurting him?
Huh? Um.
You can be honest. I thought
I
that's what it
wasn't.
was in my head when he first
Yeah,
got
yeah.
hit and he was reaching.
Mhm.
But then he
Mhm.
seemed fine and he wasn't favoring it again during the game. He did look
Yeah.
different, but I'm not gonna give him any excuse. I'm just gonna say, do you think his
Yeah.
groin was affecting him in any way? I'm gonna just ask that.
Overall, no. But what I
Okay.
will say is, watching the game, he reminded me of Braun when he came back last year through the groin injury.
Mhm. Mm.
Like when he was like, because he got past Paul George one time for a layup, and Paul George blocked it, but like Braun like barely jumped, and he was like right in front of the rim with no one in front
Yeah.
of him. So
Yeah,
I
I
was like,
remember
damn, like
he was posting up Paul George and he didn't really get much lift on a lot of things, but
no lift. But
so
I don't
maybe
want to give him no excuses.
yeah, this is what I've gotten to with him. After because we had a lot of red wine and infused text that I'm not proud of things we said about
Mm.
him. I'm
A
just
lot
not
of truth
judging.
was spilling out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to gauge him night in and night out. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
let what happens night in and night out. It's just whatever happens in the playoffs. Whatever he does, if they meet up against the Clippers, that's what I'm gonna ultimately judge him. Because as we were texting, I
Hmm.
was thinking, okay, he has Portland and then he has Luca. So if he wilds out on the weekend, which he did against Portland and he outplayed Luca yesterday, it's like, how do I
He had
really gauge
13
this?
points.
Oh yeah, Luca had 16, so I guess he did it. Forget there was a wash, but he had good stats in
Portland.
Portland. He just not night in and night out, which he shouldn't be. He's
Hmm.
35 years old. I've let go of dreams about an MVP, and those days are done. The regular season MVP,
Yeah.
because I and it's just a long season. These are just the realities of a long season that he just can't handle to that level. Nor do we want him to. He shouldn't. But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get too high or too low. Now, and
Yeah.
if he's doing the same thing against the Clippers, which is looking like it would have to at least be late May, the conference finals, if they match up. At
Hmm.
the then we're gonna have a serious discussion, and I will. But till then, like
Yeah.
even if they lose, if they win, if they split the last two remaining games, just whatever. It's whatever. I
Yeah,
can't because it's hard to gauge. One day he looks good, the other not.
yeah.
It's
If he does
not.
that in a 7 game series, like I might cry. I might shed a tear. Like if
Oh
every game
yeah,
he just looks like in a
I'm
7 game
waving.
series, like there's there's no
All the
there's just
white
no
flags are
signs of
being
life.
waved. I'm throwing in the
There's just no
towel.
signs of life. Oh my god. I can't imagine. Like I don't even know what I would do.
He turned 35 today. He the AP
Uh,
male athlete of the decade.
well deserved. He deserves
Well
that.
deserved, of
He
course.
deserves that. So let me ask you this question. I was thinking about this not when you just mentioned this. Do you think that his increased effort on defense is this season is having an effect on his play offensively?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And if that's the case, then so be it. He
Yeah.
needs to be in a. I don't know how. He's probably a natural at defense, I guess, but he needs reps. He needs. You
Hmm.
can't just not be playing defense and just turn it on. I would guess. So
Yeah.
he's
He
just
needs to
not
find
a.
a middle ground.
I agree. I agree.
Because last year he was playing no defense.
Yeah, but
And now
statistically, is it?
this year he trying to play slap the floor defense. Like
I was surprised to see him play. Like we'll get off this soon, but I was surprised to see
yeah,
him play with the groin, much less back to backs.
he
Uh
must
oh.
not really be injured.
Yeah, yeah. As soon as I finished that sentence, I didn't want to say. That's why I said, "Uh oh." You know that. On that note,
We switching subjects here.
you know when you get caught in your own lie. Uh oh. Yeah,
Oh man.
yeah. That's my thought. I'll watch the marquee games, but I'm not gonna get too high or
Mm,
too low on them. That's all.
yeah,
If they do well, I'll be happy. If not, we'll just see. Specifically, the
yeah,
Clippers. I'm looking at the Clippers and
yeah.
the Rockets. If they face the Bucks again, and the Bucks and the Sixers, just all the potential playoff teams of note. And then, because this one day is this, the other day it's not. No.
Yeah. My fear, before we move off
Hmm.
past this, is that they're just feasting on all the terrible teams,
I mean,
and
they
then when
beat
they get to like,
Utah and the Nuggets, and they just beat the Mavs again.
I don't believe in neither of those. I'm talking about like
The
the
marquee.
true, yeah,
Yeah,
the superstars, like the top of the top. Granted, Luca's a superstar, but
I get what
the
you mean.
The
No,
Lakers be
team
beating
wise.
his ass. Yeah, but like you got
Yeah.
the Lakers be whooping him up. Like
Even no holds barred matches. Yeah, I
he
saw it.
almost got concussed again yesterday, and
What
it's
a
always
broken,
the white.
what a broken tailbone to match. They,
Yeah, I don't understand it. Um, but yeah, like it's funny because it's specifically teams that are led by forwards where normally you'd have Braun to cancel them out.
no.
So it's like the Bucks, the Clippers, primarily those two teams are like, and I guess the Sixers are like, um, Sixers are a contender. So I would say those three teams actually. I don't really
I mean,
see no
that's
one
what
else
they
in the
did
West
to the
as a
Bucks.
real contender,
I
huh?
agree. I would like to see what they do against the Rockets just in case.
Hmm.
I wouldn't. I have to see the
Oh, I
matchup.
forgot about the Rockets.
I can't just say like they're gonna get past them after what I've seen against the truly good teams. So,
Yeah,
and I want to see against the
especially the
Sixers.
Rockets.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially because the Rockets play at such a fast pace,
Hmm.
and that would tire him out. Damn.
It was just
You think?
unreasonable expectations in the regular season. I've come to
So
grips
you think
with
AD
too
gonna
much
tie
on him.
his, you think AD gonna tie his career to an old man?
Nah, he gonna tie it to LA. That's the hope. I
They
mean, if he
gonna do.
really
I
go
think
back to he go back to Chicago for Zach Levine, God bless him. I mean,
nah, he ain't doing that.
that says
He
all we
ain't
need to
doing that.
know.
He ain't doing that.
Nah, he's signed it to
I'm just trying
LA.
to think. Trying to think.
I mean, Braun's not, but he's still first team All NBA. It's just when he's seeing other first team All NBAs,
But that's
the
this
energy,
year.
the energy ain't the
KD
same.
come back though.
Ooh. Hmm?
I
Oh,
said this year though.
Kyrie's half retired though. We fine here.
Yeah. Wait. So first team All NBA. What is it? Two forwards? Is it two guards, two forwards, and then one center, or is it just front court, back court?
I think it's two guard. No, two guards, two forwards in the center.
Uh,
Huh?
no, not my personal feeling. I feel like they might steal that from him.
For who?
Kawhi, he's beat him twice. Had that. Listen, I'm telling you,
I
the
mean,
way they
no,
the way they moving stuff around now,
no. All
the
NBA
way
is
they
a
moving stuff,
season long. He won't even have the necessary qualifications. How many games does he
people don't
play?
people don't care.
No, that's crazy. That's just hate. Their seasons as a whole, he still outplayed him for the season. He's still been a better player this season. It's just when they see each other.
Hmm.
No, that would be crazy. That'd be crazy.
So who's
How
the
many
best
games?
player in the league then?
Giannis. Night in and out,
Hmm.
Giannis. It's Giannis.
Yeah, yeah. Hate to say it, damn.
If you tell
Hate
me
to give it up to him.
for a 7 game series, I'm gonna take LeBron until further notice. What is that
Yeah.
saying? I'm not as good as I once was, but
Hmm.
once I'm as good as I ever was. There's that saying, I'm not as good as I once was, but once I'm as good as I ever was. That's what I'm clinging to.
We'll hope for the best with Braun.
Hmm.
Uh, where do you? Let's stay with the sports. We got. We could breeze past this. Luka Doncic signing with the Jordan brand. That's surprising to me.
Hmm. Well, they had to rebound
That is,
quick after Zion because that's a
yeah.
sunk
But that's
cost.
this is it's just very surprising to me because it's like you got like LeBron's and Kyrie's, those people who are like signed directly with Nike, right? I never
Hmm.
understood like what's the benefit of signing with Jordan brand that is a subsidiary of Nike. So you don't reap all the full benefits of signing with Nike. Like for example, like Jordan brand doesn't disclose how much money he's paying his athletes. Nike just disclosed that Jordan brand just had his first $1 billion quarter. So it's like how much
Is
of
that
the
bad
I'm
though?
sure
That people don't know yet?
its first one. I'm not
Yeah.
saying it's bad, but I just doubt the Jordan brand is able to provide the same financial benefits that Nike brand is providing, like
Mm,
the actual parent company
I
is
get
to
what
the
you're saying.
athlete. So it's
Yeah.
surprising that a Zion or a Luca would choose to sign directly with Jordan. My only thing that I could think of is that Jordan brand probably is like offering them some kind of like shares in the company or something like that. That's the
Maybe,
only thing I
and
can think.
maybe it's a prestige. Like, who else is on that roster other than Zion and Luca? Like, I
Russell
don't even know.
Westbrook.
Like, it's also a short list of athletes. But I always wonder this
Russell
as
Westbrook.
well.
Yeah.
When I hear these things about why go there and not Nike? I wonder the same thing.
Hmm.
I would have to do more research to be honest.
Yeah. And then, but also it's like I'm trying to think who has a signature like Jordan brand sneaker that people are like, oh yeah, I want to buy that.
You asking the absolutely wrong person.
Because I know
Uh,
I've seen
Probably in
like
all
I've
of
seen like
Brooklyn.
I've seen like on BR kicks whatever. Um, like Russell Westbrook has like his why not Jordan sneakers, but I'm also like I haven't seen a single soul wear those. So
I just a quick question, not to get off it.
uh,
What kind of shoes do you, other than Jordans, what are other
hmm
popular shoe lines currently that you see people actually wear? Because other than Jordans, I don't, maybe like a LeBron or two. I'm not just saying that because I've seen people in actual LeBron. I don't, like, what are
yeah.
other
Do you mean like
popular sneaker lines?
athletes
Athletes,
or
yeah.
just the brand? Oh, athlete
Athletes.
sneakers.
Hmm.
Uh, LeBrons. I've seen people in Kyrie's, KD's. I've seen
Okay.
people wear Dames. I see a few people wear Steph's, but not
What,
like actually like
wait,
Steph's with
Dame is
Under
Adidas?
Armour.
No, I know that. Dame's
Yeah,
with Adidas? Okay.
yeah, uh huh. But these are not fashion statements. These are like people I see people at the gym wearing these things. Only people I actually like that I actually see people wearing like their sneakers as like fashion statements.
Yeah.
LeBron, Jordan, obviously, KD's, and some
Hmm.
Kyrie's maybe, but like
Okay.
Steph and all that stuff. I see people in the gym wearing them. I'm trying to think if there's any other like athlete that I really see people wearing their sneakers like that. Melo, nah. Oh, Melo's with Jordan Brand.
I thought he got dropped.
Oh well, he used to be. See, that's crazy. They
Oh,
cut him off the roster. Savages.
I felt bad saying that. I'm sorry I had to beat
Yeah.
him. No, I will
But
do
yeah, I'm just
more.
surprised.
That's a good question. We can discuss further on a future episode. That's a good because I always
Yeah.
wanted that too.
Well, so Jordan doesn't disclose any of its like compensation.
No,
It's
I'm
an
just curious.
endorsement deal. Oh.
The decisions, the factors that go into an athlete deciding his brand specifically
Mm-hmm.
over Nike as a whole, like you said. So
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to look into what these said athletes have said and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. Time to talk about the passion, beloved. Where shall we? Actually, let's start with the Patriots. What up?
My phone, I was following this on a box score in the car because I was traveling all day. And I
Uh huh.
saw, I just automatically assumed, Pat's gonna win. I knew it was at stake if they lost. But I wasn't gonna get
Yeah,
my hopes
yeah,
up. It's like with Braun now, not getting my hopes up.
yeah.
Measured expectations. Look up, 10-0, Dolphins. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cute. Look back, they tied 10-10. Look back again, they tied 17-17. By then my phone died. And I didn't get to turn it back on for hours. So
Mm-hmm.
imagine my expression when I saw that they actually lost. That's when I text you because I was just finding out.
Lost,
I was shocked,
bro.
but I'm
So
happy.
I did not watch the game because I put it on the beginning. I think I cut it off. Dolphins scored a field goal, so it was like 3-0. I was like, all right, this game is boring.
Hmm.
And I kind of just knew like the Patriots were just gonna come back and win somehow. Checked my phone, it was 17-17. I'm like, they're gonna kill him in the end. Then I get that Bleacher Report. It just vibrate different on my phone. This just said Patriots lost to the Dolphins. I'm like, whoa. It ain't looking good for them this year. It ain't looking good. I
But
think the Titans. Go ahead, go ahead.
no.
I think the Titans are gonna run through them. Derrick Henry's a big boy, and he led the league in rushing this year. And I think it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem because it's too much pressure on the Patriots defense. The offense is struggling.
Yes, to say the
So
least.
if you can't, so if you can't score at all, like, or if it's a real struggle for you to put any points on the board, it's going to be an issue. And I think I think it's going to be a low scoring game, but I think the Titans going to pull it out. It's going to be like something stupid low, like 16-10 or like 16-13. It's going to be a snooze fest. I'm not even going to watch it.
Like the Avengers, man. Whatever it takes.
Yeah.
whatever it takes to end this. Whatever it takes.
So what do you think about this being potentially like Brady's last season in New England, though?
Intriguing. I love
Yeah.
it.
Where's he going?
If it actually would be.
I mean, he's not. He's a free agent after this.
Oh yeah. I don't
So
know. There's so many teams that I don't know. You would know better than me. I don't know rosters like that off the top of my head. Like I've
a
seen
lot of teams
Chargers
that can use a
talk.
quarterback.
That's fine, but it could be
A lot of
any.
teams.
A lot of
Chargers, the Dolphins. A lot of teams could really use him. The Jaguars.
Who's a quarterback away? Like who just needs a decent quarterback to help them get over the hump? And is he the worst quarterback in the playoffs?
The Bears.
Oh, I mean, Trubisky uses legs. I mean, they ain't that far. It's at least a combo. You at least have my interest.
They in the same room.
He at least peeking in. You can't just close the door on him. Nah. You can't-
Damn, they in the same room. I mean, then really no one. I think all the other ones are just like decent teams, and Tom Brady would contribute to the team, but it wouldn't be like, oh, we got Tom Brady, we going to the Super Bowl now.
Well, I saw Philip on the verge of tears saying he's gonna keep playing regardless if the Chargers let him go. So what about that team?
They loaded offensively, so I mean, shocking that they were so bad this year. Their defense is decent, but like they have like some really like they got Melvin Gordon, Austin Eckler at the running back position. That's two great running backs, 1-2 backs, and then you got Keenan Allen, who's a great number one wide receiver. You got Mike Williams, so and they got what's that? Their tight end Henry Hunter. So like they loaded on offense. It's just Rivers. I don't know.
I'm feeling uncomfortable now. I feel like in the next 5 weeks they're gonna be hoisting up number 7. That this whole combo is premature. Like, what if they come? So you think the Titans are gonna win?
I mean, I'm not biased. I mean, if the Patriots win, I mean, I'll be happy, obviously, because I mean, I won't be happy personally. I'll be happy for some people, you know, but it would just suck to see. I'm tired of seeing them win.
But do you think they're gonna win this weekend?
Oh no,
yeah,
nah, fuck it. Titans gonna smack that ass. I don't even care. It ain't gonna be a smacking them. It's gonna be like a very low score though. I'm telling you, it's gonna be like 16-13 snooze fest. A lot of field goals being kicked.
Is he the worst quarterback in the playoffs?
Tom Brady. Let me not jump off the ledge.
Garoppolo, Breeze,
Garoppolo,
Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen, Ryan Tannehill, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes. How much did I name? 6 or 7?
That's 8.
8? How much do I need? Oh, it's what, 6? I need 12. Hold on. Let me look at the teams. Go ahead.
I'm not taking Ryan Tannehill over Tom Brady, even though Ryan Tannehill is playing better than Tom Brady right now.
Oh, Kirk Cousins and Deshaun Watson, but
nah, he's not the worst. He's not the worst.
And Carson Wentz. But yeah, he
ain't the worst. Yeah.
How many he better than Tannehill and who?
Well, so what are we basing this off? What are we basing this off of? Just his pure talent right now, or his intangibles and what he brings to the game in the playoffs? You gotta put me on TV, Kev. You notice how they be getting when they don't want to. He brings so many intangibles to the game.
Say no more.
Now let me see.
I got you. Say no more.
Right now, all right. I know for a fact I would take. So just this playoffs, right? I would take Tom Brady over Ryan Tannehill. Over walk it to him. It's his first playoffs. We haven't seen him in the playoffs yet, even though he has been playing really well lately. Yeah.
What about Josh Allen?
Yeah, I take him over Josh. Josh Allen uses his legs, but he's so hit or miss. Yeah, and over Josh Allen as well. But everyone else, beloved. For a fact, Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson.
My homeboy.
Yeah, my homeboy for a fact.
Aaron Rodgers. A-Rod?
Aaron Rodgers, yep. Aaron Rodgers.
Garoppolo?
Yeah, Garoppolo's better than him right now.
Poor Belichick.
He tried to keep him.
This could have been us.
Yo,
Kraft was playing. Yep, Kraft was playing.
I mean, Garoppolo, yeah, damn. There's like a 15-year age difference between him and Garoppolo, which is crazy. Could just usher into the future, but now,
Hey
yeah.
man, Drew Brees.
Oh yeah, Drew definitely better.
But yeah, man, I'm with you on the Titans. How about the
Yeah,
afternoon game, Bills Texans?
I really don't care.
I ain't say no more. I'm with you.
I
I'm
mean,
with
I'll
you.
cheer. I mean, it'd be nice for the Texans to win. You know, Deshaun Watson.
Hmm.
I'm biased for my black quarterbacks.
Amen.
I really don't care though. I'm not even gonna lie.
I
That's
agree.
gonna be one of the lowest rated playoff games this weekend.
Yeah, in terms of this
Actually, no, that's not true
weekend, I
because the
really only care
Bills
about
fans
the
love
Patriots
that.
game.
Yeah, Patriots game, and then
I mean, it's the
who's
NFL. They're
playing?
gonna get some numbers. Vikings Saints gonna get
Yeah,
numbers just because of their weird
that's gonna
history.
be good.
Yeah,
That's gonna be good. But the Saints
yeah,
gonna win that.
they're like a real rivalry. Hey, man, they
Yeah,
better. I agree, they better.
yeah. They
Seahawks Eagles.
Seahawks. I'm not. If the Eagles win, I mean, I would honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I would like for. I'm torn because I want Carson Wentz to
I
succeed,
want
right?
Wentz to
And
win.
I
I
think
want Wentz to win.
and I think Shannon Sharp has skewed my mind. Like, oh, walking to him. That shit just sound cool. So I just like,
But
oh
he is
yeah.
good. He
I
been
know, but
juggling fortresses.
he's also in our division. So like, I don't want to see them win another championship
Ain't nobody
and
won
have
rings
Philly
since us.
and,
Come
have Philly
on,
do.
we the
They
only
just
ones
won.
bringing. Yeah, I'm lying. Damn it.
They just won. They just won it like 2016, 2017, I
They ain't
think.
going to the Super Bowl. One game is fine.
He said, "Ain't nobody winning rings and stuff."
I completely forgot they beat the Pats.
Yeah, you know Philly. You know how they get when they win something. Their chests get all big and stuff. Nah,
I mean, except everybody in Philly except Wentz. He must look at that ring in disgust.
I didn't even earn this.
You're a Super Bowl winning quarterback. No one brings it up because we
He
can't.
is though, which is crazy. It's crazy. He is. He is, and no one mentions it. The disrespect.
Oh my
He really
god.
is, and no one says it. They don't even say it like that. Oh my
So
god.
the winner of that would face San Francisco
Winner, which
next
one?
week. Eagles Seahawks.
Yeah,
Mm, the better game probably be the Seahawks. Oh well, next weekend
yeah,
is where it really gets started. This is just an added bonus because the Pats just happen to fall in the
yeah,
wild card.
yeah.
So
That's gonna be an interesting game. The Pats pull that. So listen, if the Pats pull that out, then that's when I
nah,
started second guessing there. That's
I'm not because even though I got the Titans, if they get this one, it'd be cool. If they go through, because hypothetically it'll probably be the Chiefs, and they'd have to be the
mm.
Ravens. If they go through the
If
Chiefs,
they walk through all that,
I'm on high alert. If they by the time they get to the Ravens, they
yeah,
get to the Ravens, I'm putting up the whole house.
yeah, yeah,
Everything in the account.
yeah. Slide it onto the middle of the table.
Yep. I'm never turning on the TV again.
That's crazy, bro. If they beat, yeah, that'd be insane.
I mean, that'd be
If they
one of the
beat
best runs in human history.
the Titans, the
The
Chiefs, and
Chiefs and
then
the Ravens,
Baltimore,
and then
yeah, Tom
either
Brady could just retire after that and be happy. That
he
would be
should
insane.
retire after that. That should be 2
Yeah,
rings.
that would be insane.
And then like a San Francisco or the Saints or
Yeah,
the Packers, because all three of those
yeah,
teams like 13-3 in the NFC.
yes.
Come on now, no.
This will be their toughest test to win a
And
Super Bowl because normally what happens is like they always get the first round bye,
mm-hmm.
and the AFC East is normally trash all year. But this year they had some tough tests from Buffalo, lost to Miami, um, put them in the wild card, which they haven't been at in years. So now it's an extra week of them playing.
Nah, start chill. I'm looking at Titans 9-7, but then Chiefs 12-4, Ravens 14-2. All those NFC
Yeah,
teams 13-3. Let's just move on.
If they make it through that, I'll be like, all right, you got it. Like, there's
they
nothing else
need
to
that.
say.
They need their own Hall of Fame. I don't know what
That
they're
that
not
is
like
like a
the others.
true
Yeah,
not, and they clearly have like, well, the defense is really talented, but offensively they have the least talented offense out of everyone that's in the playoffs right now.
they need 2 rings. They need 2 trophies.
Looking at
It's
Goodell
not.
like, nah, this ain't enough.
It's not. Got to
You
give it
see what I
up.
just went through? Oh man. All right, you're gonna have to lead this the Drake interview. Talk to me. What's some of the gems, the takeaways from it?
Yeah. So as Braun was letting me down, I finally looked up, tuned back into reality, and I noticed that a Drake interview had been living for at that time 5 hours now, unbeknownst to me on Christmas. Dove in and watched the 2 hours that night. But
hmm
let me see what I'm well. He doesn't do much interviews. I'm well knowledgeable on most of his career. So I'll just say what I
hmm
was looking. I was intrigued about his comments on Kendrick because he has an address. It's been like subtle beef, and it's just the things I didn't know. I had no idea where they standed and stuff. And for the most part, he just bigged up Kendrick and J. Cole, and he recognized
hmm
them as his contemporaries, his peers that stand on his level for this decade.
Mm.
And that he was really looking for next decade to see who transcends decades, using like the Jay-Z, the Nas's, and the Lil Wayne's names that have stayed relevant through the course of the decades. So it's
hmm
basically looking like it'll be a good test to see who stands the test of time. So just like healthy
Mm.
competition vibes, because all 3 are supposed to drop next year. I had a subtle list. Let me see. Just running through these. Talked about meeting up with Jay Z, how they talked about their little subliminals back and forth and how they ironed out everything. And just stop me if you want me to elaborate on anything. The Kanye beef, he has no plans to reconcile with him. He basically said all this is on Kanye's side and what's going on with him. It's like he has no
Mm.
problem with him, and it's just really you hear Kanye preaching all this. He got nothing but love for Drake and stuff, and that is a smokescreen. And basically, he has no plans to reconcile. Same thing with Pusha T. He admitted Pusha T won the beef, but he said that, and he applauded him for how strategic he was. He said that he had the better diss track, but that by the time you bring up the biggest rapper in the world having a child, just that shock, there was nothing that Drake could do to contend with that. And that, what else he said? Yeah, and basically has no plans to reconcile with that. He did win a beef, and he did have a diss track coming on a vinyls beat. He said, but he said he was saying stuff and he was just acting totally out of character to the point that if he had listened to the track in like 2 years from now, he'd regret like hearing himself sound like that on the track. That was his praise Lil Wayne, his mentor, nothing but love for you want me to stop me
Nah,
anywhere.
I'm listening. Go ahead. I just want. I'm gonna follow up on a
Yeah,
Pusha T. Keep going though.
praise Lil Wayne is just the utmost love for Lil Wayne. This I did find interesting. He says his favorite album in his catalog is Nothing Was the Same. He says that he has 2 classics, So Far Gone and Take Care, and he says Nothing Was the Same is close. Because he said it's his most concise album. So he said it's his favorite as well. And he said as the years goes on, that would be a considered a classic. We're never getting an album that concise again, he said, because he has to cater to rapping and singing, which didn't really hold water, and I wish they had elaborated because again, you made Nothing Was the Same. So I don't know why you can't
Yeah, which is
be
exactly what
rap.
that is.
Yeah, like you. But anyway, let me see. Anything else? Talked about cultural appropriation, how he's not recognized the same, even though he's a black man, and like black excellence and stuff. It's not recognized the same with him because he's biracial. He's taking time
Oh,
off to really do this
one of them
album.
Steph Curry dudes.
Yeah, he said he's really taking his time to do this next album. Like he'll go weeks without recording. He's in a good space. He regrets the weekend beef for the. He had no problem with the weekend leaving to start his own stuff because the weekend said it from day one. I don't want to sign to another rapper. I want to be as big as I could be. He was fine with that, but he wished like whatever was happening behind the scenes, all these inner beefs and stuff, delayed them working together. stopped them from making more music and stopped them from going on tour. And he just said he's in a good place. He's glad to elaborated on and beats with Chris Brown and then beats with Meek Mill and just how it helped him because he was turning into a person he didn't really want to be. And he just bigged up albums from this year he loved, like who Max Keem. Never listened to him, but he said Young Thug, So Much Fun. He said was his favorite album of the year. But yeah, and he wished he had cut down Scorpion. We agree, but yeah, that's just a gloss over rundown. It's 2 hours I tried, but yeah, it was
Cool.
interesting because he never speaks. So
Those Pusha T comments are interesting. I mean,
elaborate.
I somewhat agree with what he's saying. That is true that, the biggest rapper essentially had a hidden child and you disclosed that, so that was a big deal. But I don't think just Pusha disclosing that is the reason why Drake lost. It was about timing as well and execution.
Mm-hmm.
He dropped, and then Drake dropped I'm Upset, which I don't know if he actually intended for that to be a diss track or not, but that was just like
He had
a
Duppy.
flop. He had Duppy, yes.
And then
he
he
had
followed
Duppy
it up
freestyle
before Pusha
with I'm
responded,
Upset.
which we all thought was going to be another, like, in the same essence of back to back.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, he did have Duppy. And then Pusha came with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then Drake just disappeared for days, weeks.
Oh, no, he's gone.
Yeah, I remember, like, at the time we were recording the podcast, and you were depressed.
I couldn't believe it. Just rehashing it now. We get the moments of the decade. Heartbreaking.
He was gone. Like,
I mean, I hear his rationale, but I wanted that track.
yeah.
Like,
But I think, didn't he say, I just read this on Twitter, that he felt like Pusha T stepped over the line or something like that by talking about his son?
From my memory, he said that he understood why Pusha T did it because he brought up his wife, which never really tracked with me. But I don't think he said that. I don't think he said that.
Good.
That
Okay.
Pusha T went too
good.
far. Maybe he did. That Pusha T went too far for bringing up his child.
I hope he didn't say that.
I don't think he said those exact words. The language I remember, the conversation around it was like, of course, I'm not exposing my world to the kid. It's a fucked up world. I'm all rational thing. That's what I don't remember him specifically saying that. He could have.
All right, good.
It was 2 hours.
If he did, then it's like, all right, just take your L like a man. But if he didn't, then all right, cool.
Yeah, he kind of, yeah. They say, yeah, man, he don't listen to his music either. He only listen to music from authentic artists. He don't believe none of the things he raps about. Pusha Terrence. You don't believe him.
He don't believe anything that Pusha raps about?
Yeah, man.
So I don't listen to Pusha's music. I don't believe anything he raps about.
Not authentic. He only listen to authentic artists. That's what he told us. That's what he told the fans, man.
God bless him then.
Yeah. For me, a big Drake fan, the things I was just intrigued about was just his relationship with his peers. All the other stuff is like clear and nothing else I would say shocked me. I'm glad he elaborated about, I guess, things I didn't know, the Chris Brown stuff, how they squashed that. But aside from that, it's a good interview because he never talked. So if Kendrick did one of these, I would watch. Cole, the people that build up Mystique, it really does help. So yeah, if you have time,
watch it.
Check it out.
Yeah. I planned on getting to it, but I was too busy binging You on Netflix.
Yeah.
Took up all my time, so.
Yeah.
But I don't want to talk.
Speaking of sicko mode,
anything for you.
Yeah, okay.
I don't want to spoil anything for you.
Give me till the weekend.
Yeah, then we'll talk about how they should get an Oscar or some shit. What do you get for TV shows? Do you get Oscar nominations for TV shows?
That boy's sick. Emmys.
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 Yeah, yeah. They need to be nominated. But I'll let you finish the show. Phenomenal show.
All right.
You want to jump into the decades?
Yeah.
The decade in review.
Yeah, man. I don't.
Who's your artist of the decade?
Come
I
on now.
already know the answer. I already know the
Come
answer.
on, man. Come on. It's obvious. It's Drake.
So
I
you know
saw
what's
some
funny?
mistakes. Go ahead.
I was thinking about this, right? So like I'm gonna give some real thought to this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because when we first met in 2010, you were a
Yeah.
huge Drake head, and I was a huge J. Cole head, right?
Mm-hmm.
And slowly, as the decade went on, I just slowly started drifting. Just slowly started drifting over.
Yeah.
It's just
Come to the dark side.
ah. You like that new Cole drop. I was like, yeah, I'll get to that.
I know this. I ain't saying nothing.
It didn't happen to about mid decade, around like 2015 is when it just started hitting me differently.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Started rapping
but yeah,
about
I'm
them
definitely.
guns. If you're reading this,
Yeah, I mean, nah, it was like Drake's. What's the word I'm looking for? His ability to make so many different types of music is just insane.
yeah.
Like he made an indie pop song, and I like. He try to make like some. He makes like randomly like drill music, some random Caribbean
From
music. He's singing, he's
Afrobeat.
rapping,
Yeah.
Afrobeat. Yeah, like he made like Top Boy, like that's behind bar. Look at that, like that,
Yeah. Yeah.
in a yeah, that freestyle in a British accent. That song's old though, but I mean when I first heard that, I was like, yo, like so. Yeah, I had to give it up to him. Around like 2015 is when I started like dabbling a little more, and I started seeing what everyone else was seeing. Before that, I was like, yo, he cool. I like him, but J. Cole really be spitting.
But nah, to your point,
Man.
yeah, the versatility and the dominance. It's like a
Mm,
Billboard chart where he spent like 480 plus weeks on the charts, on the Billboard charts, out of the 520 of the decade, and then some of them, and those are the ones he got credited for because he didn't get credited for like Sicko Mode when that was on the charts, and I think that went number one. But yeah, for me, just the sheer dominance in numbers, the versatility, the quality
mm.
projects from what 2010 to 2019. Yes, what? So at least like including the playlist and the mixtape and at least like 7, 8 projects. So I mean that all.
2010.
So thank me
Yeah.
later.
Nah, that
Take
was
care.
2009.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, let me not cheat. Take
You
care.
see? Look at that.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was 2010.
Thank Me Later was 2010?
Summer
Oh, yeah,
2010.
you're right. You're right, because
Yeah.
I was in, yeah, yep, my bad. I was in Paris. Humble brag. Um,
Yeah, thank me later. Take care. If you're reading this, nothing was the same. What a
same.
time to be alive. More life. Views. Scorpion. That's 8 off the top, I think. And I think I know, but
Yeah.
so it's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, just time classic artist. For me, the only
Yeah.
other person you could, considering hip hop is the number one genre in the world, so more than likely the artist of the decade is going to come from that genre. The only
Yeah.
competition I would say he had is Kendrick. Like I know Kendrick, Cole, and Drake are looped in. I think Cole
Hmm.
is a notch above everyone else but those two. I think when it comes to those three, Cole is just a smidge down from those two because
Yeah, he's not doing the type of numbers that they do.
that and Drake has just sheer statistical dominance, but Kendrick
Hmm.
has arguably none of his everything he's dropped this decade. I think most people consider classics. So for that, just that sheer
Who?
output, Kendrick, not
Nah,
critically,
nah. What was that one album he
Good
dropped?
Kid, To Pimp a Butterfly, and Damn are all like hailed. And
Two
what's
Pimp
that?
a Butterfly.
Look,
Two
it's
Pimp a
not for me, but
That's okay. That's what I was gonna say. That one's not for me.
I'm just saying that's the only other argument. I think it's Drake, but that's if you said Kendrick, I wouldn't be like, it's not. It's a conversation. I wouldn't be,
Yeah, we just dropped 3 albums this whole decade.
but they're arguably all three classics versus, and you did
I
numbers.
think To Pimp a
I
Butterfly
agree.
is trash.
Look, man,
I won't say trash. It's strong words. It definitely ain't for me though. I'm not. I don't feel what everyone else feels listening to that.
no, I haven't gone back to it. I just keep my opinions to myself. I know I'm in the minority, and I didn't really I haven't listened to it in years, and the last listen was
I'm
unpleasant.
not.
I just let it be. I let it be. I let it be.
The
In terms of,
last listen wasn't
do you
pleasant.
have anything more on artists before we get to albums?
Uh,
Because there's a bunch of artists I would just
some
shout
some
out
some
for the
some
decade.
some tier two sleepers.
Oh yeah,
Who really
notable
like
artists.
came like Post Malone is
Mm-hmm.
doing insane numbers this decade.
And quality
I did
music.
not. Yeah, I did not see that from him.
No.
Uh,
When Carl
trying
played
to
as
think.
White Iverson when we rented that
Yeah,
Airbnb, I didn't see.
I was like, all right. Yeah, I was like, this is cool. I thought it was like a one hit wonder type thing. And then he dropped Too
That was
Young
the
after that. I
same
was like, all
night.
right,
Sorry, go ahead. No, that was the same night Drake dropped If You're Reading This. Or the same weekend at
yeah,
least. 'Cause I remember,
yeah. That was a good time.
man,
That's when we had that Airbnb in LES.
that's a run then for a half a decade because he definitely one of the best. That's
That's why
impressive.
we almost died. Too much good music. Um,
I'm
Travis
sorry.
Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think. Who else do I even listen to?
I got
A lot of
obviously
these
Drake,
young
Kendrick,
niggas. Oh,
Cole, but
Kanye. I'm tripping.
uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Kanye definitely. Who else came? Um, a lot of those. I mean, I would say a lot of those OVO niggas. Honestly, like not saying like they're like on tiers wise, but like even outside of hip hop, like The Weeknd. Uh,
Oh, of course.
Toronto
Gotta.
actually came. Toronto came up a lot actually. Uh, this decade.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got like some random people like Tory Lanez, for example. I think he's dope, and I think he's from Toronto all the goddamn time. I think.
Come
I
on,
don't.
man. How you negating the South? Future this decade? Young Thug, the
I,
Migos?
I
Come
forgot about.
on.
I forget about Future.
Future's name
You know
has
why I
to
forget
be
about Future?
called.
Because
He
I
led
know,
the
but you know why I
South.
forget about him? He did, but the reason I forget about him is because like these past 2 years he hasn't done anything that's been like impressive to me.
Decade.
I know that's what I'm saying. So like I have this recency bias,
I get you.
but definitely like Future, yeah, the Migos, uh, yeah, he came out swinging. Um,
Then he
who
dipped
else
for
is
a
from
few, and now he back up again.
his last little project he dropped was pretty decent. I didn't get to finish it. He dropped something
No,
like a
I
week
agree.
ago.
There was a lot from his initial when he popped up from like Stoner and All About the Money. There was a little lull
Yeah.
after
Hmm.
him and Rich Ponce, and then he got. But I agree. I'm with you. Gotta mention him. Gotta mention Amigos.
Yeah. I mean, the first half of this decade, I would say Ti was still important.
Nicki Minaj gotta be mentioned.
Nicki Minaj popped up. Uh,
Tyler the Creator. Big Sean.
Tyler the Creator. Oh fuck yeah! The decade is so long.
Mm-hmm.
Big Sean wasn't even rapping before this. Well, he wasn't like even on before this decade. Damn.
Mm-hmm. 2 Chains.
2 Chainz wasn't here before this decade, which is crazy because I just listened to what was his first mixtape that was like uh really popular?
Please don't ask me.
True True Religion.
Okay.
That's
I
when he
took
had
your word for it.
that's when he had that song with Ti. It was like his first big song. Anyway, I just got finished listening to the other day in the gym. Let me see. Anything about some neighborhoods? Oh, I mean, obviously like Nipsey Hussle, he really like
Mm-hmm.
came on like stronger towards the end of the year as far as like global notoriety, but I would say, mixtapes, he was really killing it like earlier in the year. Wiz Khalifa,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I mean French Montana, I'm not really like,
Look, man.
super high up on him, but he been
I
around for the
mean,
whole decade damn near. He looks so disappointed.
Kanye, Jay,
I already named Kanye.
Jay, Pusha T.
I mean, Jay's always around. Pusha T.
That's true. He just has his own
Uh,
tier.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I named all mine. I ain't gonna.
Let me see.
In
There's
hip
definitely someone I'm
outside hip
thinking about.
hop, there's a bunch I can name outside, but in
But yeah, I'm trying to think. There's definitely somebody I'm not thinking about though. In hip hop from this decade. We said Kendrick and Cole and all that already.
oh, you
Now I
can't
gotta think
not name
about
those three.
now I'm trying to think about regions.
Oh, like Chance
Nah,
too.
I'm good on him.
Okay, my bad.
I mean, Coloring Book was fire, but then he went away for a minute, and that last album he dropped was trash.
What about acid rap?
That was cool. I guess so.
I ain't gonna touch the last one. It's not for me.
You not the target demographic.
Yeah, went over my head.
um, this decade. Oh, I mean, like for a hot second, Chicago had their run.
Who did they?
Chief Keef, and it was a hot second, but like
Yeah.
in that span,
Mm-hmm.
Chicago rap, like that drill music was what Chief Keef, Lil Reese, Lil Durk, Fredo Santana, that whole like 300 movement.
Mm-hmm.
They had their like 2 years of like hitting.
No, I agree. I'm with you.
Yeah, trying to think about regions. Yeah, I would say. Yeah, I would say that's about it.
About 21 Savage.
Ah,
Or too soon.
when did he come? When did that? It's like
What? Yeah.
2017. I mean, if we're going to give Chicago rappers love for their little 1-2 year run, then we got to give 21 Savage love for his past 4 years.
Yeah, because it's ongoing. I agree.
Yeah, and theirs was way shorter.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Just making sure. Oh, Cardi B.
Cardi.
I think. What about albums?
Yeah.
This was fun. I just thought about what. Oh, Meek Mill. Wow, Meek Mill. Yeah, Meek
Ooh!
Mill. Meek Mill. That's this. I
I
feel
see.
wow.
I said there's
Yeah,
someone that
man.
we're
Yo,
forgetting.
we
That's
got
why
to
I was
edit
trying
this
to think
one in
about
post. Edit
regions.
this one in post. This.
Yeah, I'm thinking about regions, but the funny thing is, I didn't think about Philadelphia specifically. I was thinking about like New York, Atlanta, LA. You know,
Yeah, this got to get edited in post.
damn,
I'm
my
saying.
bad, Meek.
All right.
Sheesh, yeah, Meek been here the whole decade for real. What about your boy,
Who?
DC chilling? Your boy Wale.
Oh, no, he should be named.
Yeah,
He was a notable artist this decade. He should be named.
yeah, that's your
I'm with you.
boy.
Yeah, you got it. Give me an
Yeah,
album.
Wale. Mm. Outside of like the Drake, Kendricks, and Nicole's.
Just notable. It doesn't have to do that. You can name out specific projects it is, or anyone really.
Mm. Trying to think.
I made a
Let me
list, so
work
I'll
my way.
lead. Yeah, I'll lead.
No.
When I thought about albums of the 2010s, I just jotted down in my notes what came to my mind. My
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy was the first thing that came to my mind. I think it's the best album of the decade. I love that album. I think it's a flawless classic masterpiece. Uh,
Mm.
I got 444. I got Damn, Victory Lap, Take Care, and Nothing Was the Same. Good Kid, Mad City, 2014 Forest Hill Drive. Uh, those are like a clear. And then after this, I'd just be naming like notable projects. But the first like
Mm-hmm.
everything up until 2014 is just what came to my head. Like if you're reading this, I can name Teflon Don, Anti, Life of Pablo, Daytona, Coloring Book. Future as a it's not a singular Future project for me. It's more like if I made a mix of all his if I made a
Yeah.
playlist of his, that would be mine. There's no Future. These are projects I would sit through from top to bottom and pretty much not
Mm.
a skip for me. Future should be on this list for a project, but it's probably a combination of projects. But that was yeah.
Trying to think. Okay, so I agree with all those being like the most notable. Now I'm trying to like
No, these are
really
my
like think.
favorites. These are my favorites. Not
Uh,
just
all right, those are like givens. I'm trying to think like deeper. Oh, Young Thug. This is mad random, but his Jeffrey album, I
hmm
fucked with that album.
yeah.
I really like that album. Um, let's see. No, I mean Fabulous. He had his summertime shootouts. I liked all of those actually, and actually Soul Tape 3. I really liked Soul Tape 3. No, Soul Tape 2 from Fabulous.
hmm
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to like name like some artists that like were probably like really important in my life for like a month, and then I just move away from them. Cause like obviously like J Cole, all like the big artists, it's easier to name
hmm
their projects. But like throughout the course of a decade, there's so many albums that I just listen to that I probably don't even think about. Let me see. Hell no. Did Eminem drop any albums this decade that were worth mentioning?
Not in my opinion, but he dropped
Yeah,
Marshall Mathers LP, Revival, and Kamikaze.
and
Two.
Recovery. We
Oh,
good.
and Recovery. I liked Recovery.
Yeah, but I don't like it enough to mention it right now. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, another artist. I don't really listen to any of his projects top to bottom, but Kodak.
yeah, yeah.
Don't listen to any of his albums from top to bottom. No.
He's more of a single artist for me. I have songs of
Yeah.
his that I like, but not a full project. He probably does, but that's just how I consume his music.
Mm-mm-mm. Who else dropped an album? Yeah, I'm trying to think because I'm like thinking about all these artists like Wiz and all that stuff. Like Wiz was like very. I was really heavy on Wiz this decade, but I don't listen to any album from bottom to top like that.
Nah, that's why I just name projects that I know I can like watch the throne. I would
Yeah. Oh, watch it. Yeah.
uh ASAP Rocky's second album I love. I forgot what it was called. Um
Is that
I
Long Live
named mine.
ASAP?
It was a psychedelic one where it's like a gray cover. I'd have to look it up. He keeps flipping the title names. So I don't. One was whatever ASAP. The other one was
Yeah,
Long Live. So I don't even know. I'd
I
have to
got you.
check.
Hmm.
Let me see.
Mm, top to bottom. I like Detroit, Big Sean. That was a mixtape, but
No, yeah, name him. Yeah, that's still my
that was
favorite
probably his.
project. of his.
Yeah,
That's
that's
my
probably his
favorite
best
project. Of
project. Yeah, because a lot of his projects are like not concise at all.
his. Mm-mm. No.
Detroit was probably my best project from him. Um, just projects in general. J. Cole's what the hell's the name of that project? Uh, the mixtape he dropped before Sideline Story. Friday
Warm
Night
up.
Lights.
Friday Night Lights.
Friday
Oh.
Night Lights. Warm Up was 2009.
Whoops.
Friday Night Lights. Man, why is college such a blur to me?
Huh?
I said, why is college such a blur to me? I'm gonna start way back and then work my way up because now I'm thinking about some random things. Lil Wayne, No Ceilings, 2010, 2011. That was dope.
No, that was last decade. I looked up that.
That was 2009.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, man. I thought about that too.
oh, that's depressing. That shit was fire though. Hmm, hell else was I listening to at that time? Atlanta music was really popping when I came up here. When I moved up there, who was popping in Waka Flocka? I damn sure listened to the album all the top to bottom. I'm just like naming artists now. I'm trying to think back like to 2010.
Well, what
What was
projects
I
come to your
listening
head
to?
when you think about Victory Lap? What's wrong with me? That's on there too for me.
Yeah,
After
you
you put
mentioned
me on
that though.
that. Oh yeah.
Hmm. I'm trying to think because like I mean it wasn't really like anyone's album that like stood out to me like that. Like that isn't one that you named. Like 2010, 2011, 2012 was really just like individualized songs or
Hmm.
skipping through people's projects, but it's not nothing like that's really like, oh yeah.
Yeah,
You named My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, yeah. Um,
I had to. First thing that came to mind. Ah.
let me see.
Was Forest Hills Drive your favorite J. Cole project this decade?
Ooh, yeah. Uh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I like
Mm.
Sideline Story too. I feel like that was a nice introduction for him. But
Mm-hmm.
Forest Hills Drive was definitely like his best project to date. KOD was cool, but Forest Hills was dope. I like Born Center too. Like really like Born Center. But Forest Hills Drive is just the best one out of all of them.
What about for Drake?
Hmm. Probably Take Care. I mean, I can go back and I listen to that shit all day,
Mm-hmm.
and it's cool because like it makes me think about where I was in 2011, but then also still resonates with me to this day. Like like how I could make it like reflect in my life. And it's just like yeah, I would say probably Take Care. Um, yeah, Take Care is just fire head to toe from beginning to end. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna go with Take Care
What about for Kendrick? I never really hear you talk about him. Do you listen to his
because
albums?
he's cool. I mean,
Yeah, but he's
like
not.
so, like no, so it's not like I like Kendrick and I appreciate his music,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't hit me like the same way it hits everyone else. Like
Yeah.
it's almost like for some people like how J. Cole's an acquired taste, even though
Mm-hmm.
like people recognize that he is up there with the Drakes and the Kendricks. And that's how I feel about Kendrick. Like he's an acquired taste. Like I love Good Kid, Mad City, but on my daily, it's not like something that I'm like, oh yeah, I need to listen to that Kendrick right now.
That's fair.
None of them, honestly, none of the TDE people really hit me like that. Like I like Schoolboy Q as well, and I
Oh
liked
yeah.
his last two
Yeah.
projects. I
Mm-hmm.
like his last two projects that he put out, but on the daily, I'm just like, y'all, not like, oh, I want to listen to Schoolboy Q.
Yeah, I really like the one he put out before that came out in 2016. Blank Face, I think it was. I
Yeah,
forgot
yeah,
what it
yeah,
was called. That's the one I really like from him. But yeah, I agree. They're all talented, but yeah, as a
yeah.
whole,
They're talented. It's like, all right, cool. Let's
it's like
someone like if
good.
someone's playing. Go ahead, sir.
No, I was saying good to great projects, but classics
Yeah,
outside of Kendrick, I don't like.
yeah.
People
I mean,
love go.
Good Kid, Mad City, and Damn are phenomenal. Like whenever I do go back and revisit it, I don't regret my decisions at all.
Hmm.
Um, but just like when I'm like just going through my music and picking stuff I want to listen to, it's never at like the forefront of my mind or something like I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna listen to this.
Hmm. That's
Something
fair.
has to happen, like it has to pop up on a playlist, and then I'm like, oh, and then I go back to it and just like dive deep into it.
No, I feel you.
Hmm. There's someone I'm missing. Oh, I'm tripping. I'm gonna give it. I was joking about this earlier. Ambition, Wale. I love that album. I'm tripping.
Wow.
That was like the only album. I'm tripping. I was. That's the only album of Wale's that I actually like. All right, cool. I see your vision, and I think also it was like just the time and where he was as well. Like that was his first album with MMG, and I think that was dope. Everything after that has just been a slow, steady decline. But I really like Ambition a lot. Like that's a good album. He got some good songs on there. I like the way the song starts off. I can't remember what the two first songs are. I know Miami Nights is on there. It's the intro. He got that song with Lloyd, Sabotage. Obviously Ambitions. A couple of tracks on there. It's like, all right, cool. And everything else is like, it doesn't bother me to like listen to it when it's just flowing through. Pretty good album. I'm trying to think. Big Sean, man.
I was just thinking about him too. It's like it don't hit the same.
He doesn't make good albums, and it's sad.
Like I'm trying to think about something that comes close to Detroit, and it's not coming to me. People love Dark Sky Paradise. I like it, but not. I like I Decided.
Oh, I do like that. Yeah,
I like
Dark Sky Paradise, but some songs that he be making, it's just like, yo, who told you this was a good idea?
Yeah, what session was this? What year was this?
Like,
it's like you need to make an album quota.
Bro, Hall of Fame? Remember? Bro.
I remember Carl came in blasting guap.
He got, what's that song he got with Nicki Minaj?
Oh no, no.
Yeah, that's my mama. I was like, yo.
That's not it. That was not it.
Oh,
he was really hyping it up, and I was like, oh, okay, he about to take a leap.
What about Dreams and Nightmares?
Nah.
By Meek. Nah?
Nah, the intro's a classic. The intro's an absolute classic. The song.
And they're just
which is more than a lot of artists. A lot of hip-hop artists don't have a classic song. Not the whole album. His second album I love.
Yeah, Dreams Worth More Than Money. That was good.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna until the incident of 2015. And I like Champions, but it just came out last year. Yeah. I really like Champions, but I'm not gonna hype it too much. It only came out. Yeah. But I like his second album.
Second album was really good. I'm gonna go back and revisit that.
Yeah. Then that thing happened.
Turned his life upside down.
Yeah. Nothing was the same. Nothing was the same after that, man.
Do you mention Rick Ross?
Teflon Don.
Rap?
I didn't. That was last decade.
Yeah, Teflon Don is good.
That's the one for me.
That's the album.
Yeah, that's my favorite Ross album.
That was him at his peak.
Yeah, that's when I was heavy in it. Yeah. You got Live Fast, Die Young, Aston Martin music.
He got a couple of tracks.
Yeah, Freemason. Yeah, that's the one.
Freemason.
Yeah, that's the one for me. I was like, whoa.
See the sun at midnight.
Like T.I. had a couple good, but his best ones for me are before the turn of the decade, before 20. He still had good albums after, but I'm thinking in the South now. Jeezy at that time, he made some good albums, but his best ones for me again.
What's Jeezy's best album to you?
Probably his debut.
I would say, yeah, his debut was fire. I really liked Recession as well. But
I'm lying. That is my favorite. I'm lying. That is my favorite.
What year did Recession? That definitely come out this decade, though.
No. Because
Obama was
2008.
Yeah, Obama
that was my The Recession, By the Way, Vacation. My President is that was
He had a couple tracks. Don't You Know? He had a couple shits on here.
Well, he was rapping. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he locked in. This is when he was promoting his last album. That the artist, he had stopped drinking and all that. He was working out. He was in his best frame of mind for that album. It shows.
I believe him.
I do too.
Yeah, that's another one. Oh, That wasn't this decade though. But I remember the first time I heard that.
Wayne ain't really drop anything.
Nah, not this
Last
decade.
decade.
Uh,
I mean,
50 Cent.
Come on, man. Come on, man. He ain't do nothing to nobody.
Let me see. I gotta start thinking about people that are under people.
What about moments? Maybe that'll jar your memory. Talking about moments of things that, like the Drake Meek beef.
Yeah, Drake slaughtered Meek. Pusha T slaughtered Drake.
Yeah. Remember when Kendrick called out everybody?
Yeah, and we thought that shit was gonna cause a whirlwind though. I thought it was gonna cause a storm. Nothing. Silent as a peep.
Yeah, just a Cold War between him and Drake.
Yeah. But I really thought it was like, oh, like, yo, people, I thought Cole was going to respond. I thought people were going to start, jumping on and start showing off their skills. Nope.
No.
Damn shame. Trying not to think about all the deaths. I'm like, it keeps like radiating in my mind is death.
Yeah, I mean,
so I'm like, I don't want to talk about it now. Try to keep it like light note, like on a light note. Damn, Drake really ran this decade. Oh, nah, that wasn't this year. Damn, it wasn't this decade. When did Blueprint 3 come out?
I think that was 09. Yeah, man.
That was a game changer as well.
That's pretty good.
You mentioned 444.
Had to. Shocking stuff.
Oh, that was a moment.
Oh yeah.
The elevator incident.
Yeah, that was nuts.
That was a moment.
Yeah. Especially the more that we know now.
Yeah.
Wow. That was definitely, yeah.
That was a moment, especially because like that was, especially at that time, Jay and Beyonce were so private.
Were they?
That was a moment. The Chris Brown Rihanna situation was a moment.
No, it was last decade.
That was?
Damn,
time is flying, bro.
Yeah.
He beat her ass over 10 years ago?
Yeah, man.
Wow. That's crazy.
The elevator incident was 2014.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Why does that feel like that was so recent? Not like super recent, but I don't feel like it was like 6 years ago.
Yeah, because then that's when Lemonade came out after, 444 came out after, Seat at the Table all came out after, and those albums are years old now. 444 is like the youngest, I think, and that's 4 years old. I think. No, it's 3. I'm lying. That's 2017. No? I think so.
That definitely was in.
Because that and Damn came out the same year. I remember when I was trying to think. Best album of that year.
That means it must have been like late.
Summer 2017. I remember that. For 444. May or June.
Yeah, it came out June 30th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good memory. That makes sense.
Meek accuses Drake of not writing his own raps. I remember that night. I was on Twitter and I was living in Astoria. I was like, what is this?
Your boy Funk Flex.
That was unfortunate.
He had a couple of moments this decade.
He said he had the diss record when he didn't. That hurt my heart. That's the last time I listened to the radio.
I'm gonna play it soon. Boom, boom, boom.
Apparently,
didn't he? Go ahead.
He was promised the diss, but he never got. It was never sent to him. Apparently, Jesus. I don't know.
Was that this decade where he was beefing with Jay-Z as well? Talking about Jay-Z's website
in his digital space, I think so.
You can't see me in this
the
digital.
digital. I think this. He's a sicko.
Yo,
That
you
was
can't
crazy.
see me in this digital space. He really thought he about to ruin Jay-Z's career with that.
No, yeah, that was
Um,
that was
that was his decade
this
for sure.
decade because Jay Z
Yeah,
dissed him on 444. He had like a line for
yeah.
him.
What other moments happened? Oh, podcast boom this decade.
Oh, moments. Oh yeah, I think
Yeah,
yeah,
podcast boom.
yeah. Just think about
Joe
things that
Budden bringing
change.
idiots, Paxstone. Yeah.
Yeah, and so many different kinds, just different that
Mm-hmm.
can curate to so many different audiences. Theme podcasts,
Mm-hmm.
research podcasts for everybody, and just in general the way things have changed. Instagram, I can
Mm-hmm.
take a Uber and a Lyft now. Facebook was already there, but Instagram when they bought them for like $1 billion, and now that was like
Mm-hmm.
a definite underpayment. I don't know, just all the
Yeah, social
differences.
media is just
Yeah,
through the roof now.
streaming in general, streaming music.
Streaming, yeah.
I was
Wow,
putting things on my iPod. Huh?
when
Yeah.
this decade first started, we
Hmm.
couldn't watch Netflix on our phones.
Netflix was around at the start of this decade.
Yeah, they were
Oh, my bad.
but they were
Oh,
I mean the
DVD.
DVDs,
Yeah.
but
Wow.
they started the streaming service the first it went the first summer we worked. They started in 2011. It was the second summer I worked.
Hmm.
Uh in New York. I remember like sitting there being on RSM and actually finally be able to watch TV on my phone. I thought that was so cool. It was
Yeah.
like 2010, 2011. That was this decade.
Wow. Yeah, and the rise of streaming services. That wasn't even like
Yeah.
Netflix was there, but then after them, I know there's like one of the earlier ones. After them, it's like the MLB network, and I know this because
Mm-hmm.
I read an article on the WWE network and how they had the same makers of the MLB network as developers for the initial launch. And those were like 2013. Those were all early before like now we have Apple TV, Hulu, all this stuff. But
Yeah. Now it's too many to keep
WWE and
count of.
MLB, yeah, it's crazy.
It's too many to keep track of now.
Apps,
Yeah.
streaming.
Wow.
It's crazy, man.
Ubers and Lyfts.
Ubers and Lyfts. There's an app for that.
Facebook was this decade. It's crazy. Well, no, I guess it was really popular 2000 and it got like 2008, 2009, so it wasn't really this decade.
Well, they were kept afloat because they had
Yeah.
$1 billion to spare.
Oh, Snapchat.
Mm, rest easy.
Yo, again, Instagram came through, did the same exact feature, just ruined their whole life.
Blatant too. Blatant.
I mean, there's some folks that still use Snapchat, I suppose. They didn't go under.
Yeah, I was around an individual last month or so. I said, "No, man, I just use my Instagram
Snapping
story."
crazy.
Yeah, you not on there? Like, no, I'm missing out.
um,
The
mm.
first iPad. This is nuts. People used to plank. Linsanity.
Oh,
Linsanity. Yeah, just stop me wherever. I'm just looking at a list of
people used to plank. Oh yeah, because Jason's like, I'm
Linsanity.
planking on a million. That shit
No,
was so fire
that's
at the
the
time.
same line I thought about too.
That shit was so fire at the time.
That's the hardest plank line in history.
People were planking all over the place. Drive-throughs.
Oh, this is crazy. I'm looking at this list. This is great. In February 2015, Apple released racially diverse emoji. Half a decade in.
That did happen. You couldn't do blackface. Everyone was yellow before.
Harambe. Leo won an Oscar. Remember that Pokemon craze?
Oh,
Vine.
Pokemon Go.
Yep. What a crazy decade.
That's insane, bro. I like legit forgot about Plinkin. Like people were literally just planking on fucking subway seats. It's just disgusting.
Yeah, we have it so good as a society. It's
Mm.
we got to find
Oh,
ways, man.
we had next generation gaming. This generation,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
PS3s, Xboxes. I mean PS4s, Xboxes. Mm.
Yeah.
I guess we also had like just in technology, um, wireless headphones like Bluetooth became prevalent.
Mm-hmm. A lot of facial recognition
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Was it wireless speakers now? What are they called? Not that, like a Google Home, Alexa, voice recognition.
Oh, virtual assistants. I think that's what they
There
call
you
them.
go.
Some shit
Yeah.
like that. Home assistant, whatever what they call them. But yeah, so many of those. Uh, hmm,
They
so
shut down
much, man.
iTunes. iTunes is gone.
Oh yeah.
Everything's Apple Music now.
See
Or
some
just
more recent
podcast.
stuff. People killing over chicken sandwiches, Popeyes.
Oh yeah,
What
the
a nice way
podcast.
to end the decade out. Got people still killing for chicken.
Jesse Smollett hired Haitians.
Oh, don't forget to splash the bleach on me.
Don't tie that so tight. Easy on.
Yeah, easy on it. You leaving a mark around my neck. Chill out.
Oh,
Oh my god. Shit.
oh
Donald Trump
man.
got elected president. That's insane.
Mhm.
Um.
Dominance of superhero movies.
Oh yeah, Marvel took
Dominance.
over.
Yeah.
Marvel said this is my decade.
Mhm. Yeah. Y'all just chill out over
Marvel.
there.
Yeah. I wonder how much. Off the top of your head, how much think they grossed off of all their movies for the entire decade?
Off the top, I'm gonna just say a light estimate of like 20 billion.
Yeah, I was gonna
A
say somewhere
lot.
around the
That's
30s.
a yeah. No, that's a off the top rounding up. That's just a easy. It's that easily more.
Over 10 years, yeah. You got one like Avengers out here grossing 1 billion by itself and shit.
Pick which one. All of them.
That's what I'm saying. So,
Yeah.
and you got to think about all the individual movies: Black Panther, Iron Man's, all those.
They made 5 billion this year alone.
Yeah, so definitely over 20.
Oh, them when they acquired all the other superheroes from 21st Century Fox for like 65
Mm-hmm.
billion.
Started making Spider-Mans, which was God bless
Never,
him because that was shit.
never heard of a steal at 65 billion until now.
But they didn't know what they were doing with it to begin with. 21 for
Mm-mm.
21st century. So like, nah, they had
Mm-mm.
to let that go. They were ruining it for everybody. Um,
Yeah, 22 billion. I remember, this is just random. Remember 21 Savage got detained by ICE?
Jay-Z had to come save him. Found out he was British.
That was crazy.
We found out he was British. He would just forget that. Like it's.
I do remember when they said that.
We
And then
found out he was British.
it's like, why would they
Oh
be?
my god. Oh my god. All this time he's from Atlanta. Come to find out he British.
Oh yeah, and before we leave the decade, let's never forget Conor McGregor was so angry he boarded a plane for house arrest.
That's sustained
I
anger.
don't never want
For
that
a
to be
7 hour
forgotten.
flight.
Imagine
Oh
that door to
man.
door trip. That's like a
Oh
10-hour
my
trip.
god. You know how
No,
angry you gotta remain?
I don't ever want that forgotten. Ah, that
Jesus.
was too funny.
the rise and fall of Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. Yep.
She fell rapidly.
Happened to the best of us.
Um,
Man.
Moments. Kevin Hart really exploded this decade. Say, trying to think. Did was The Rock like killing it before this decade, or did he really take it to another level this
Nah, he
decade?
took it to another level this decade. Because at one point he
Yeah,
was like the highest paid actor in Hollywood. That might still be the case.
yeah,
I'm not sure, but
for
like,
multiple years in a row.
like I remember when he joined the cast of the Fast and Furious, and he
Hmm.
around that time that's when he really started going up, and I was like 20. That was like mid 20. It's definitely this decade, probably early 2012, I think, or 2011.
Yeah,
So just as a decade,
yeah,
and then from there.
went on.
Hmm.
Uh, Moments. Braun coming back.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
come on now. Yeah,
down 3-1.
yeah. I wasn't honorable that entire series. I didn't watch Game 5. I remember I watched the first four, and I think the fourth
Hmm.
one was on a Friday or something. And I remember just being pissed. Like I was in the
Yup.
story. I just left the crib and went for a walk. Like I can't see this again. Not another year in a
Yeah.
row. Then they
And then
won.
Braun went ham game 5 and 6 and 7.
Yeah, they
But game
won.
5 was nuts. That's when him and Kyrie put up 41 each, right? Or something like that.
Yep. That's the one I didn't
Mm.
watch. I had to watch in highlight.
Had
I
to hit
didn't.
up YouTube.
Yeah, but I watched Game 6 and Game 7. I was confident they could bring it home, and I remember
Mm.
texting with Ray, "You gonna do it?" And they did it. What a day!
Yeah.
That was crazy. That is crazy.
Damn. This decade. We graduated from college this decade,
Yeah,
which feels like
started
mad long ago.
so long
But
ago. Yeah, the
I
decade
haven't been to St.
started. Go ahead.
I haven't been to St. John's in so long since I left.
Ditto. What's that? 6 years, going on 7.
Yeah.
Same. There's nothing there for me. It's too far.
It's nothing.
It's
It's
too
nothing
far.
there.
I'm sorry. It's too far.
Yeah, it's nothing there for me.
We need a city
Gee.
campus. It's too far. It's nothing up there for me.
If Chris wanted to go out there and go to not Traz, what's the Iguanas? I was like, you dedicated. That is a journey just for some dollar bills.
Yeah, life ain't that hard now. Life has gotten
Nah.
better since. I'm past
Man, life
that.
has gotten gradually better for me to be stranded damn near Long Island.
Yeah, no, for a dollar bill. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Oh man. Moments. Moments.
Yeah, what a decade. Oh, going abroad was
Yeah.
that's just priceless.
That was a
That's
perfect start for the decade.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. What else? I mean, Jay-Z had a slight beef with Birdman for a little while, but it wasn't really a beef.
Mm-mm.
Just was telling him the truth about himself. That's back when Birdman, every check he got was $100 million. Every check, 100 mil cash. Yo,
Oh,
Watch the Throne was crazy because Jay-Z was like, "You ain't even got my lady money," and I was like, "Whoa!" I was like, "Yeah, Birdman, you ain't got Beyonce money. Chill out."
oh yeah, he was. Yeah, and Lil Wayne dissed him back on
Hmm.
Carter 3, 4, 4, Carter 4.
Hmm.
Wow. Yeah, so those early decade stuff, that feel like 25 years ago.
It feels so long ago. Really, $500 million, nigga. Really, you got baby money.
He's talking
Real
about
with niggas.
kidnapping
Niggas, they
Beyonce, Lil Wayne. That's insane to think about now. Then Jay-Z helped him with his lawyer. Then remember he said Jay-Z. He came out and said Jay-Z helped him with his lawyer fee. No, his
Yup.
accountant stuff.
Yup.
He a forgiving man.
Yeah, everyone taking shots at him. He just like, all right, I could get you out of that situation.
I kidnap your wife. I'll do your taxes.
sound like an equal trade off.
Oh man,
Oh my god.
that's too funny. Oh,
What else?
there's so much stuff. Trying to think about what comes to my mind. Decade in review. God, that was too funny. Was the Rick Ross chinchilla this decade or no?
Yeah.
Is that when he came out in Chicago? Nigga killed a whole hyena. That was too funny. Yo.
The chinchilla dragging on the floor. Yo.
Couldn't tell him nothing.
I'm gonna watch that video as soon as we get up.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit is instant comedy.
I missed that Ross.
You think I'm gonna let some GDs in Greensboro stop me? He said, pull a video. He said, come on, Chicago. The chinchilla dragging across the floor. That's what it was. He was like dragging. Yo. Oh my god. That man is wild. I missed that, Ross. You're right. That man is wild.
Thank God for youth. He'll never do that now.
Nah. Whew.
Oh.
All right, I guess. I mean, I guess we kind of talk about social media, but like, just how people like are monopolizing off of social media now. There's so many like social media millionaires. The advent of what's the internet models?
Instagram,
so
yeah.
much of this. Instagram models, sorry.
Social media influencers.
Yeah, it's just so much happened this decade. Oh my god, I'm definitely going to go watch that Ross video though. I was in a bad mood with that shit. It's gonna put me. Oh god, he was dead serious.
It dragged too.
Let's see what else happened that was random. Beanie Siegel tried to beef with Meek Mill. That's mad random.
Oh, I remember that. And then he jumped in the game and Meek Mill beef.
Yeah. And then he got knocked out.
Oh yeah, backstage.
In Philadelphia.
He sure did.
Yep.
That was unfortunate.
What else? Random. Everything Taxstone.
Yeah.
That shit's just sad. But that episode with Joe Budden, oh my god.
When he walked out?
Yeah. I ain't one of your little Dominican, your little dumbass girlfriends. You can't just tell me. Yo, he was so tight. And Joe just sitting there mad calm. Oh my god.
Yeah, what he told him again? I'd love to study you. You're mad calm.
Yeah.
I'd love to just follow you around and study you. What?
Yo, Tax was so pissed.
Damn, man, I do mix tax season.
Yeah, that
I see
shit
all
is
this stuff is
legendary.
booming now. It's a shame. He went away right before it all. That's a shame.
Mm-hmm. Just got that deal with Rock Nation. He was like on MTV2 a lot.
He was just so funny.
Yeah, like
Effortless.
natural.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just some things
Yeah.
he would say. Like, how'd you even come up with that? Like, how'd you even think about that?
He's still the same. Whenever
Yeah,
he does drop from
yeah. Them
when was
episodes
that?
once or twice a year.
Yeah.
He be
What's it?
saying some stuff with it.
We're going on 3 years?
Yeah, 2017. Yeah.
Damn. But yeah, that's a shame. That sucks. Mm.
I mean, Charlemagne the God
Oh
really
yeah.
like transcended this decade. He even
Yeah.
changed his skin. It's a decade of
uh,
change. Got the R. Kelly stuff going on.
he finally the Feds finally
Yeah,
decided, yeah, it's time.
2 decades later.
Finally, it's time.
This is the decade we're gonna take you down in. Yeah, I think I'm tapped out.
Yeah. I would just say, yeah, on that note, though, the Me Too era as well
Ah,
got a prominent.
the Me Too era got a lot of people taken
Mm-hmm.
down. I also would say this is the decade of hypersensitivity as well.
Yeah.
Like it's extremely PC in this decade. Cancel culture like a mug. If you say one
Yeah.
wrong thing, they were trying to take everyone's stuff down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wow. Time is flying. It hit me when you said the plinking. I was like, whoa. That shit felt like deja vu. Like I haven't heard that word in so long.
Nah, it's almost 9 years
Well,
ago.
well, not in that that use of obviously yoga and stuff, but not in that use of people who were just doing stupid shit. Wow. Woo. Alrighty.
Wow. Yeah.
Please, people, hit us up and let us know if we missed anything.
Yeah, we definitely
Let's
did, but we
yeah,
did our
so we
best.
did it. Try to keep a concise 10 years into an hour and 45-minute episode. um, sheesh, but everybody, like from the bottom of my heart, like thank you so much for supporting this podcast. This thing, I'm sure you all know, started this decade, October 2016. It's been rocking for a little over 3 years now. Oh, we have so many things in the works. A lot of plans for the next decade to get bigger, better, um, have more quality product and entertainment and resources for our listeners. And hoping the podcast grows. We really appreciate all the love and continued support because the podcast could not be anything that it is now without all of our listeners and supporters and followers. Has been phenomenal. Um, so just definitely want to thank you all for the
Mm-hmm.
support that you've given us over these years. It's been amazing, honestly.
Yeah, couldn't say it any better myself. Just
Yeah.
hope you just
So,
continue on this journey with us.
woo, facts. About to go into 2020.
Mm.
So, everyone have a happy, blessed, and safe New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do anything Kevin wouldn't do. Um, so that kind of leaves it up in the air. You can do whatever you want to do, essentially.
Nah, I'm a
Oh
calm
my God.
individual.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
I'll come bail you out. Anyway, you have a collect call from. Oh my God.
Uh,
Oh man. But seriously,
oh
people,
man.
thank you for all the love and support. Until next time, this is Coolin Out.
Stay cool.
You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. We coolin' out. You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. We coolin' out.